Hello everybody, it's coming out. So I don't know if you saw my previous video, but I asked for suggestions. We're gonna get some patch panels, we're gonna get some shit for up there to make it work, but people wanted to see how it's changed since the last time. If I'm honest, not very much, but I'll just explain it to you all. So of course you've got the cables. So these cables are primarily the cameras, because the MVR used to sit like on a shelf that, well, there was a cabinet there, but it used to sit over there. So these are primarily cameras. These are all the cables coming from sockets and shit around the house, and like sonar, stuff like that. So then they just sort of all bundle up here. It's like just a mess, because they all come down here to go into the 48 port, and so do they. Most of them go to one of these two because they're PoE. So we got our internet here in through fibre. So this is the fibre like termination point. Literally, this is the fibre cable. It's the most sketchiest install ever, but blame them on that one. And then out of there we've got the coax into the modem. We've got static IP addresses, so we've got 13 static IP addresses from Virgin Media Business, which is essentially what we get through this. So then that goes into the network switch to distribute it over to the like router, other router. We should upgrade this. This is still a gateway, UNIFI gateway. I'd like to get a more like, what they, like the, yeah. What am I saying? More of the modern ones. I can't remember what they're called now. But yeah, so we also got failover. Failover. This is like the external isolate for power. So this gets powered through here, from downstairs, from the fuse box, direct line. And then this allows me to isolate what's on the UPS and stuff. So we've got the UPS down here. I've done a bit of a modification. I don't know how, oh, you can kind of just see. You see this thick cable here, which that's going to outside where we've got some massive batteries that are connected to the UPS. So you get about, although it's just 30 minutes on there, we now get about an hour or so. So yeah, so this does other stuff like it can do our gates and stuff in the event of power outage. Power, spare power. This is the little like thingy for the Samsung TV there. This is the thingy for the Samsung TV next door. On top of it, it's got an Amazon Fire Stick. We don't use that ever, like literally ever. Then you got Sky Q. So you got the Apple TV, which is connected to this, the Sky Q, which is connected to this. This is on it. I don't know about other people. Do they have lots of issues with Sky Q? We have so many issues with Sky Q. It just never seems to work. Like, never works. So, yeah, it's really pain in the ass. So essentially what we've done to make them work is I've put them all in the rack, like this. And they're on their own VLAN on a non-UNIFI switch. So I used to have some. So there is another one. There is another box which is at the other side of the house. And it's on a non. It had to be on a non-UNIFI network. As soon as it goes to UNIFI stuff, they just start working. I couldn't work it out. Yeah. So this is the main Sky one, which has got the arrows in the back, customer outside. Then you got the two boxes, one for in, one for downstairs. The way we're controlling them is we're sending the IR via IP. So downstairs there's a little IR picker, and then it goes into some software on the smart home system, which sends it via IP to the boxes. So that's how we're controlling them. But that's not really changed that much. I'm in two minds. I want to get rid of it in favour of something like the Sky Go app. No, Sky Q app or Sky Go app, whatever it's called. But then I'm like, do I? I don't know. Like, it works. People use it. I've got some questions about that with the Sharp TV. We'll get to that. So now we're going to the more smart home stuff. So this is the Habitat Hub. This used to be the whole smart home like system, but we've kind of digressed away from that because it don't work very well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very happy with it. It's a bit finicky. It's a bit all over the place. So it was slow. So now on the main server, we've got a custom built smart home system that I'm running that is built in PHP because that's my back-end language that I prefer. It's just PHP. So it's built in PHP. It's to be fair, it's made such a difference. So this does all the Z-Wave and Zigbee, and then we've got the two Philips Hue hubs, which are legacy from Zigbee and Z-Wave Philips Hue devices. Are they Zigbee or Z-Wave? I can't remember. Is the same one of them? Don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. But communicates with the Philips Hue lights. And then you've got the IKEA Trad for Eye. We have to have this because we've got some IKEA blinds. But, you know, like smart blinds. This is similar to that one. That's a smart blind, but that's using one of them controllers. It's not like blinds actually smart. Right at the back, you've got this Apple TV AirPort. So that's just connecting to the Sonos connector over there to allow us to just AirPlay to it. We're also using some software up somewhere. I want it there it is. So this is one of the servers that we run a lot of stuff on. So all critical and like major software, so like the websites, stuff like that, all the smart home stuff runs on this. But then we run some lower level stuff on here. So this is running the AirPlay to Sonos thing. I think it's called AirPlay Connect, something like that. Air Sonos. But yeah, so we're running that on there. As well as a load of other stuff, some database stuff. But that allows us to make all that work. So we could just AirPlay to any Sonos. Realistically, more power distribution for this. Then going up, you got the modem. So this is a Hytron, I don't know, a Hytron something or other. It's DOCSIS 3 compatible, so yeah. To be fair, it works. It's a bit not that good, but it works. Next to it, you've got, this is one of them, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, that's great. Use cables, this is one of the, what should we call it? I can't remember what it's called. Amplify, it's an Amplify something. I can't remember. These are just hard drives. It's an Amplify router, whatever. We're not using it for any networking stuff. We're purely, I don't know what the one wireless client is. Just one wireless client. I don't know. We're purely using it for its ability to do the teleport. Where is that? That's not here. So we have this little teleport device that you plug in, and that links back to this, allowing you to be here, and it creates a wireless network and everything. It's just so good. It's like just so good. So we love it. So we just have this here purely for that. That's all it does. It's a bit sticky actually. Might need a clean. We've got some DASs, 2 direct-to-touch storage. We used to use one for the CCTV. So back when CCTV was running on a server that used to be here, before we got. So we've always been using UNIFI Video and /Protect now. So we're now using UNIFI Protect. As you can see, this is kind of new. Still got all the labels on it, etc. But this is just connected to this, just hard drives. I might at some point get a bigger RAID server, stuff like that. But the space is a bit limited. Like the rack's quite small. I've got it quite tight. Just small space for the hard drives. I might use this. Don't know. We'll see. Right up in here, you've got an Edge Router X. So what's on that? Let me talk to you about that. So we've got some amount of VLANs. What have we got? So we've got the main network on one, on like untagged. Then we've got VLAN 20 for what we call the USA network. 30 is the security network. 40 is the smart home. 50 is SkyQ. 60 is the server only network. And 70 is TDS internal network. So this runs most of them. So I think it runs smart home, the TDS internal, the server network, and the SkyQ network. Because the main network comes out of this. The CCTV network comes out of this. Because I'm just trying to think, what do we put through where? Essentially, things that don't require internet all the time. Most of those sort of networks aren't internet-based networks. They're just local routing networks, like the TDS network. When you get IP addresses and stuff, you just get IP addresses. You don't get a router or anything like that. It's all just local only. Then next to it, you've got a Raspberry Pi. On here, we're running some code to allow us to do non-UNIFI cameras over UNIFI Protect. Yeah, simple. We've got some Hikvision cameras. We want them on the UNIFI Protect. Up here, we've got 2 Mac Minis. So this is the main server, as you can see by the IP addresses that are hopefully written on it. This is the main server. Where you're going to go to get all the stuff. Everything's on here. I'm using this for now. I need to work it out. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's running macOS server, like that one is. But it's running a newer version. It's on, I want to say Mojave. For UNIFI, for, what's it called? Profile Manager. For mobile device management. We're still using that. I don't know. It needs an upgrade. I can't work it out. At some point I'll decide how I'm going to do it. Yeah, clearly it needs an upgrade. Coming up for that, we've got the ProSafe network switch. Yeah, exactly. You can see where cables have come down and gone up and moved around. This is just a Netgear switch, 4A port switch. We had this before. We'll keep it in. 250 watt switch. PoE, cameras, everything. Cameras and access points. I think this is the cameras one. Don't know how. Yeah, cameras. This is mainly cameras, and then this is mainly access points. The main server goes directly into this one. So it's, and then there's 2 links to the USG. Blah blah blah. CCTV hard, CCTV, UNIFI Protect, all that sort of stuff. It's got these 3 hard drives in it for now. But yeah, and then up there, a little tiny Netgear 24 port switch that we're not really using, and it's missing its ear. I know. I don't know why there's a lamp up there. But yeah, that's this sort of thing. But now let's just, I want to go downstairs, because downstairs we've got another bit of a network. So let me take you downstairs while I show you some of the stuff. So this is some so this is sort of door access. That needs a tiny, doesn't it? Look at it. It hasn't changed, but magnet button, etc. You get the idea. Then we've got these tablets. Press the buttons, they open the doors, all that sort of stuff. We just did the bathroom recently. There's a bit of a short about that. I'm just taking you downstairs. Quickly in here. So I do lighting. I do lighting and sound stuff. That's what I do. This is a lighting console. But as part of that, I have a mobile network. So let me just get that around here. I'm just going to squeeze past the stuff. Oh, that's duck under the cable. So down here, essentially, coming from this cable, this is a mess. Don't even get me started. But coming from this cable, we've got essentially another network. This is not. Is this double natted? It's not double natted, so it's getting its own public IP address from one of the ones we have. I've got the Apple Airport for the router, and then it's a Netgear PoE switch. It's got these things in it. It's running another Mac Mini. This is running Ubuntu and an access point. That's talking to our UNIFI controller, which is upstairs. And then essentially on that breaks out 3 networks. The network that comes directly out of this, as what we call in the guest network. Another network for the tech stuff, and then a DMX network, which is what this is on. So the DMX network comes in here. I've added this little network switch in here because I've put a Raspberry Pi in it. Other than that, this is a lighting console. This is a Grand MA2. I'm going to probably do some more videos about this, but I just thought I'd mention that. But that's, to be fair, mainly it. Let me think. Let me walk and talk. So this is just that. Hold on. Get out. Tell you what, let me show you the IR for the TV. Let's go in there. So, cables are in the trunking. To be fair, they look a bit nicer down there. The access point there. So we've got Sonos, they're all Etherneted in, all that sort of stuff. Cameras. So this is the Sharp TV. We've got a few issues with the Sharp TV. Control of it's really difficult. I'm struggling to get IP control of it and stuff like that. But recently it's been like flashing on and off. Anybody had anything like that? So here's an IR sensor. Here's literally the IR sensor. And then you've got a little ESP8266, yeah. Connected to the back of the USB of the Sharp TV. And then that's just on the network. So it picks up the IR remote commands from the remotes, setting it straight to the TV, setting it upstairs over the network. I'll stay back here, but I'll quickly mention the calendar. I don't want to show you too much of what we've got going on recently. But you could kind of see there's a calendar thingy. Yeah. And then, of course, over here, all around the house, the battery's kind of expanded, but we've got our smart home controls. It's looking okay. It needs a bit of work. See, the thing is, I'm not a UI designer. I'm a back-end bloke. I like to do a bit of back-end. Mainly software. I do some networking. But yeah, that's sort of that. So, I hope that's been helpful.